It's always good to win the last one. And when you're able to perform at a high level like we did, I thought it was particularly good for our defense. Defense played very well. Gave up a touchdown on essentially the last play of the game. Other than that, we had performed as well against them defensively because they had a very good offense as almost anybody they played that year. So built up a lot of momentum into the offseason. Well, first off, as a coach, you'd like to find a way to finish, and that was our responsibility as a staff to find a way to finish. But you also like that your players know that they performed at a high enough level to beat Texas, and same thing with Texas A&M. So in the back of their mind, when you play them again, they should think we can win this game, and hopefully that's what will come out of it.
Coach, again, the questions about the defense, a lot of new players, second year for the coordinator system. Your expectations of this defensive side of the unit for Cal?
Well, we're better on defense. I was proud of the group at the end of the season. They came together and handled it the right way from the standpoint that if they wanted to earn some respect in this league, they're going to have to go out and play better. And they've worked hard in the offseason. We have good leaders on that side of the ball. You got Ricky Price and Andre Sexton are here today. Jacob Lacey, Pat Levine, Jeray Chatham, Derek Burton. There's guys that are taking it personal, and then as a group defensively to play better. And we brought in some junior college players to give us some depth in certain spots that we haven't had the last couple of years, and that should help as the season moves on.
It's early in the day. How many questions have you answered about the big grant last year?
I've had 3 or 4 about it. It's almost getting to the point where it's getting pretty repetitive for me. But it's amazing how something like that takes off, But I guess it's kind of the society we live in today, that people outside of most of us that really enjoy college athletics would prefer to hear or thrive on something in that area than how our defense is going to do or what kind of year Brandon Pettigrew or Zach Robinson is going to have.
It seems like to a man, the guys, what they took from that was that they knew, if they didn't know before, they knew that you had the best interest and you had their back. Have you seen that, since that time it's been even more cohesive?
You'd really have to ask them what you did. I live in my own little world. I get up early and go to work and coach football and go to practice and then watch tape at night and go home and see my kids. I don't play golf. I don't have hobbies. So, what all took place outside or what that affected, obviously I'm aware that it did some, but I just don't keep up with much of that. It's not something that interests me. It never has. People ask, would you ever do anything different from that rant? I would never have done anything different or change what I did because I thought it was for the right reasons, to defend a human being first and a player that was on our team second. But, if I'd have known it was going to go that big, I probably wouldn't have done it, just from the standpoint of, it's just not something that's important to me.
Coach, you talk about the offense in this league, and especially the quarterbacks, including obviously you don't have premier quarterbacks.
Well, we're very proud of Zach. There's some great quarterbacks in this league. For what we do on offense, we wouldn't trade him for anybody. He's been really good for us. He's been durable. He runs the ball effective. Needs to continue to improve in his throwing game, which he has. But as he develops in the throwing game and acquires more maturity and game experience, we expect him to continue to be a really good football player.
Coach, an offensive line that kind of emerged for you last year, Andrew Lewis, both center and guard. Can you just talk about how well he's progressed now from sophomore to junior?
Well, Andrew's done a nice job. He first started in the Troy game when our center broke his leg and got thrown right into the mix. And I had some concerns, which most coaches would when your second-team center goes in, especially if he's never played. But he developed and really did a nice job. He's matured. He's developed some strength. He has continued to have good feet. Our center has to make a lot of calls in regards to our offensive system, and he's done a really nice job of that. On the field, in what area?
Yeah, after 6 years, what do you guys expect
Well, our goal as a team is to prepare to win every game we play on Saturday. And we've had a number of games over the last 2 years that were really close. Some of them we won, some of them we lost. And as we continue to develop our program and stay patient but aggressive as coaches, more of those games are going to turn in our favor. And I don't know that there's any goal that you have other than to work hard and prepare so on Saturday you give yourself a chance to win.
What's the impact of all the stadium construction, all the building down on campus of Peter Pickett Stadium?
Well, it's an exciting time. There's never been a better time to be at Oklahoma State. You know, we're lucky that Mr. Pickens has started the push, and we've had a number of people follow. I mean, it's unbelievable how many people have followed in his footsteps to contribute to changing the way that people look at Oklahoma State University, our football program, and the athletic village in general. And in June, when we move in this new facility, we have the opportunity to recruit to it, and we're very excited about that, walking these parents and these prospects through a new facility.
Artrell Woods, his injury, his rehab, his recovery, kind of what has that meant in the locker room to both coaches and teammates?
And personally, you know, I said this earlier with the print media, you know, Artrell's story is a lot better story than mine. That was out on YouTube from the standpoint of a young man that has gone through a very traumatic injury and recovery and rehab, and is now released to play contact sport in Division I football. His attitude's been tremendous from day one. The day after he was injured and I saw him in the hospital, he said, "I'm going to play football again." And you know, my wife asked me, "Is that possible?" And I said, "I don't know, Kristen. It's really, I don't know enough about it, but golly, it seems like he's a long ways off." And the doctors who were able to put him in position to play again have done a tremendous job. Our medical staff and the rehabilitation's been awesome. And we're looking forward to him being on the field in Seattle. And like I said, his story's a lot better than anything else that's gone on. And we're really excited about it because he's a great person that's worked hard.
Mike, another tough season opener down in Georgia last year, now on the road to Washington State. Everybody's talking about it as being a real key to the season. How important is that to Washington State?
Well, I think they're all important, but you'd like to be able to go on the road and win. You know, they've gone through a coaching change out there. They have a new staff, so there's some uncertainty in what they're going to try to do on both sides of the ball. And I think that's why it's important for us to just take care of ourselves and work hard and go out there and play good defense, not turn the ball over, and be sound in special teams. Good? All right.
Let's see it.